Alright guys, welcome back to Gamers. So then now we just watched the EA conference, which at first I'll admit we weren't really that hyped up about, and then we were fucking wrong. Dead Space came out and fuck.
It was glorious. It was amazing. They have multiplayer. That's right. Dead Space, terrifying game, multiplayer.
I hate to be the guy who didn't. I liked the game. It looked beautiful. I was like, oh my god. I mean, you heard me complimenting the graphics, but I would think that multiplayer co-op would take some scariness away from the game. I don't know.
Well, depending on how they did. I mean, so far they haven't revealed that it's going to be something that's going to be actual, a second player with you. It could be something like co-op that's brought in from somewhere else. Yeah. And if there's something like that, it's still fucking scary because you're still by yourself. So I mean, that aspect would make sense that way. But overall, the game graphically was incredibly impressive. That was actually the start of really good looking games from that point forward, and it came in with a bang, dude.
It was action from beginning to end. I was really impressed with EA. I think they outdid Microsoft in my opinion. I think everybody outdid Microsoft, unfortunately. For Microsoft, they did better than last year, but EA just destroyed this year, and they did a great job.
Especially starting off with the Juggernaut like that.
Yeah, that was huge. That was pretty cool. The whole fight sequence they showed, it was amazing. It was just a gorgeous game to look at. Let's see how they take this story on.
I'm really looking forward to it. Just starting off already. I'm really looking forward to 2013 for games like this, because that was one of those massive titles that I was really waiting for.
I've always been told.
Oh yeah. So then they introduced Madden, and Crispy, I'm gonna let you take this one.
Well, they introduced Madden.
Starting off with Ray Lewis's awesome speech.
Oh my God! If you don't feel like doing something in your life after listening to anything that Ray Lewis says to inspire you, then you're fucking dead.
A little fact: the reason Amish people build barns and stuff is because Ray Lewis tells them to.
Ray Lewis?
It's a well-known fact. It's on Wikipedia. Anyways, but there's some changes here and there with the gameplay. I forgot what it was. What was it?
They removed the tackle animations, so that way you can save the play. You can they'll have a little struggle. Yeah, we haven't said. So that way they have a little struggle thing, and you can save the play, and you don't have to just throw your controller on the floor and say fuck it.
They added a new physics engine, which gives you the ability to do that. It also reacts more fluently to like you said, tackles, but stumbles. Players might trip, like in real life on accident. I don't know. Hopefully, it doesn't happen.
And also the force trips. Like even if you touch if a player taps them in the arm, they lose their balance and stuff like that.
It also they added more realistic physics. So heavy guys, they're gonna be hard to take down. If you're using a tiny guy, you're gonna have to use, like they said, your agility and speed to overcome the big guys, so you don't die.
Yeah, it'll completely take a mass and acceleration into effect.
Now, with the Infinity engine,
so yeah, I think the changes are good for Madden. I just wish Madden would take a few, like what they did with NBA Live. They figured like, oh well, NBA Live was a little bit going downhill, but Madden isn't anywhere near that. But I wish they would take a little bit longer to make the game, so they could make a little bit more of an impressive title. But I can understand why they released a yearly title. Because of the
and also football itself changes.
Connected Careers combines the best of franchise, online franchise, and superstar, and creates one connected universe.
It delivers going on to keep you up to date on what people think with your plays and stuff.
A dynamic storyline and social integration that connects you to your league like never before. But before we take a look, I'd like to welcome a special guest to talk about building a career in the NFL.
Yeah,
Hall of Fame wide receiver, the playmaker.
Yeah. So So then for the fans of The Sims and SimCity and all that stuff, they're gonna make a brand new SimCity, and it's they brought in a new engine, so you have much more to create, and as the trailer actually showed you, you'll have people running around on fire.
Story number 2 of my life. But yeah, I used to have fun as a kid playing SimCity. That was SimCity and Fire, and making nuclear fission blow up and shit, and then burying them. That's the only way you can turn them off, burying them. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, there's not much to say. They didn't really give that much information about it, but I'm looking forward to it. I hope that it's a good game. I hope they keep it simple, and I hope they keep it beautiful with a new engine.
But you have all they said they freshened it up, so hopefully they kept true to that. But it looks like a fun game to play if you're into these kinds of
they don't only affect the Sims living in your city, but in all of the cities surrounding yours as well. We're also going to connect you to a world of SimCities, and we're going to keep it fresh with dynamic challenges that make your gameplay possibilities endless. Now, we've got a little invitation for you out there. We're going to give you the chance to name our very first burger joint in this new SimCity. Just text the number above, and you can do that. Now, I'll leave you with another look at this new revolutionary SimCity. Thanks a lot. Enjoy.
Alright, so then EA decided to tease us once again with the Medal of Honor title. Let's tease us. Cock tease us. And so, yeah, so then they showed us the Warfighter, and me and Crispy instantly were excited, and then remembered last year we were tricked. Scary shit.
It was horrible because like we were feeling the same way when we saw the multiplayer trailer. Of course, this wasn't a multiplayer trailer, but this was single player. We're like, oh my god, this is the best shit ever. It's gonna be better than Battlefield and Modern Warfare and everything, and it turned out to be the biggest piece of shit in the whole world.
So again, it looked fucking beautiful. It looked like it played beautiful. The fucking fire looked real, which is a hunting thing for Crispy. But we were super into it, and then we remembered we were tricked. So we're cautiously optimistic about how good it looks.
It was very pretty, and yes, last year the cake was fake, but this time it came around, and I feel like they're gonna make it. They realize their mistakes, and they're improving grounds, and they're gonna prove themselves to be a good competition towards the top first-person shooter we have right now, which is Call of Duty.
And
prior to the fake cake, right, Lewis?
No, that's true. So I don't know about you guys, but if you fell into the hype the year prior and bought Medal of Honor, well then be careful with what you see and what you think about this game, because I mean I'm super up for it. I really want to play it, but at the same time I'm holding back.
So, by far the biggest announcement of E3 so far is UFC and EA.
Debatably.
UFC and EA have partnered together, and EA has bought the licensing for UFC to make the games now. And everybody freaked the hell out. The crowd went crazy.
Dana White actually walked out on stage.
Yeah, the fans went crazy for Dana White. Everybody goes crazy for Dana White when he comes out. He's always good to the fans. He always treats fans with respect, and always tries to give the fans a good show. And it's funny because I was telling you guys that EA and the UFC had a little mishap going back in the day, like in 2004, 2005, back when the UFC was barely starting up. The EA, their quote is that Dana White asked them, when are you going to make a game for us? Like, we want to get into business with you. And Dana White said, well, not Dana White, the EA, the guy at the time, he said, well, the UFC isn't a sport, so we're not gonna make a UFC game, and that's why they went with THQ. And so,
it's insane.
If you see his sarcastic remark, he said, "Finally, we're gonna be in partnership with EA," and that's where that whole thing came from. So there's a lot of history between the two.
You mentioned it right now. The biggest thing about that was that THQ was basically told to go fuck themselves after that announcement, because they're no longer going to make one of the biggest selling games that they had, and that's another nail in their coffin. So
we're going to lose them. I think we're losing them. Sure, they have other things to support them, but this is
they got one of the ex Sony Naughty Dog founders as their president now, so that's something. But I still think that THQ unfortunately is not gonna be there.
Down the hill, and now they gotta find a way to get back to it.
Here it comes, fans. This is the
from an armbar.
Finally, EA Sports.
Alright, so we had a awesome existential discussion about Crysis, but then we lost it, so we're not going to talk about it anymore. We're just going to show you the video, and hopefully you like it, and if you feel that it's necessary for us to talk about it some more, we'll do a post video later, and we'll talk more about it in depth. Alright, so either way, thanks for watching our coverage of E3, of our EA E3 conference, and subscribe if you like, give us a rate, and leave us a comment. Peace!
You can experience 7 distinctive areas, the 7 wonders ranging from high-rise canyons, deadly swamps, and raging rivers, what we call an urban rainforest. These environments are designed for you, so you can play them the way you want to. Let's have a look at the demo.